That comes earlier.
You're walking by there, stuff like that.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you guys all for coming today. I'm Jennifer,
Oh,
Vice
really?
President, 3 separate.
Okay,
President.
nice.
We just go ahead and go around. We have some new faces, so maybe we can go around and introduce ourselves. Arlette Cantu.
I'm Gabriella Cantu. I'm Sherry Mayo. Rachel Gillen.
I'm Brian Bogger, and I'm the treasurer.
Right, we do have an announcement. Sadly, our president is stepping down, so our first order of the day is just to announce that there is a board vacancy. If anybody is interested in taking on the role of president, we're trying to adhere to our bylaws. So currently, myself and Lindsay Craig are the other vice president stepped up, and in the intermittent time before somebody else has been able to fill the role. The bylaws state that we need to have a parent committee that kind of is in charge of going out and finding some candidates that would be really good for the club, that would do well. And anybody obviously that's interested in stepping up is more than welcome to put their name on the ballot as well. Our goal is going to be January, the first meeting back, that we have to vote for that vacancy to fill it. We currently do have one person interested with their name on the ballot, and that's Meg. So it'll be a nice, easy transition, but we want to make sure that everybody has a fair chance. So our 2 parent committee members that are going to oversee that are Sherry Mayo and Rachel Gilday. Do you guys have anything you want to add to that or questions?
Maybe just note that Meg is currently secretary, so then if she were to fill that role, we would then have to fill.
That is a very good point. Thank you for bringing that up. All right. Anybody have any concerns or questions about that process? Okay. Committee updates. We did have our dance just recently, and it was a huge hit. We were able to make quite a bit of income off that, which was good for our club because we needed to fill that deficit. So, and they did a phenomenal job. Just all the feedback we heard was kids had a great time. They were well behaved, and we can't wait till spring for another one. And that was Shannon Tiedemann and Abby Eftergraf that were in charge of the dance committee. Thank you both to you, ladies. We appreciate that. Grants, we were able to approve quite a few here recently. Rachel Gilday is our chair and responsible grants. So would you like to go ahead and fill us in on those, please?
Sure. Let me see here. Just to quickly kind of highlight a few, we granted a couple of gift cards. We did gift cards for quarterly goal setting rewards, the infamous cheese day that I've heard all about, some orders from Amazon for some flexible seating and lap desks, things of that nature, whiteboards, mini whiteboards, I should say, not large wall whiteboards. iPad chargers, always a hit. A weather station. Those are kind of some of the big ones. Let's see. Oh yeah, Pear Deck subscription. And then we partially funded a project for an inclusive sensory garden. So we did about half of that ask right now. Thinking that looking ahead, maybe they will ask again and we'll for that, we'll see. We're waiting on an updated quote to reflect that amount. There was one request that we denied for snacks, and that's only because Mr. Clark is already working with some leadership students on providing extra snacks quote unquote leftovers from lunch that could be used. So we asked this teacher, Mr. Bedwell, to see Mr. Clark on how to get access to those snacks from that project. And let's see, tech, the Android tablets we did not fund, but that is ongoing. Maybe there will be like grant funding or something like that, outside grant funding that will.
That's a pretty large
They thought that was a very, very large project, by far more than all the other ones combined. So
it's always nice
It's
to
kind
be
of a
able
quick
to
order.
fill those in
Yeah.
and help out the teachers. I think we were able to set aside $2,000.
it was about $2,000, yeah, and that was, I think everyone was thrilled.
Perfect. Chick-fil-A sales is our next on the agenda, and Brian, you want to mention something about that for us?
Yeah, I can mention a couple things. One is obviously we did have some Chick-fil-A sales previously, like back during the football season, and we decided to start doing some of the basketball games, and then in wrestling, I'm pretty sure their schedules should be finalized here soon because I think they were having meetings and other things going on. So once we get their finalized schedule, I'm very hopeful we'll be able to put a lot of dates on that. So we had a couple basketball games in December that we went to. We went to a couple boys basketball games and a girls basketball games. The first two games we didn't sell out on. We basically broke around even for those games, and then the last game we actually sold out on, which was last Thursday. So the Chick-fil-A sales are going all right. They're still above budget because on budget wise, I wasn't sure, how many we were doing. We're doing a lot more this year in terms of schedules and games, so it will be higher in terms of revenue. It should be just trying to make sure we know where that sweet spot is. I'm very hopeful once wrestling rolls around, we have no issues with selling out or at least making a profit off of that. So that's kind of where my hope is for that. And next month, you'll see more definitive dollar amounts. I have them in here for that if you want. I don't know if you want the December dollar amounts or if we want to do that next. I guess I can give you the December numbers for that. I already got those done. So Chick-fil-A December revenue, 1,226. And then our Chick-fil-A cost was 609.19.
Do we have one coming up for the Maple Creek game?
We have something in January. Yeah, no, we have.
Sorry.
That was the girl. Was the girls one last night? Or was it boys?
They both play.
They both played. Okay. Yeah, I think we decided it's because of girls we weren't sure because we took the biggest hit on the girls one. So.
Okay, excellent. Everybody Eats update. Carrie Hauser is our chair for that, and she was unable to make it today, so she passed along some information to me. Our most recent Chick-fil-A event just a couple weeks ago raised $118.92. So our next one will be in January. That off. Hold on one second. January 28th, and that'll be CASA's. So hopefully y'all love Italian. Okay, 5K event. We do have a date set now. It is May 17th. And our two chairs for that are Tiffany Simmons, is that your name? And Shilpa Bus. Hopefully they're going to be getting together. They are in the works right now, trying to arrange all that to get some dates ahead to meet and hopefully get the planning going. That takes a lot of different resources, so they've got a big job ahead of them. If they would like to help out in that, they would definitely appreciate that. Just let me know and I'll pass your name along to them. And golf outing, Meg, did you want to say a little bit about that, or is there anything new really?
Sure. No, we're really kind of just working on pre-planning, and then we'll kind of hit the ground running in January also. But again, if you're interested in participating or helping
Okay, great. And we also had a new person step up to help chair that, right? Was it
Yes, we have a committee member who is willing to help, Angela.
not chair, sorry, committee member, yes. Yeah,
Will be the-
a lot of people participating, absolutely. Okay. And I think that's all the chair updates. If anybody can think of something I left off accidentally, please let me know. And I did realize that we never had anything for you, sorry. We usually do that at the beginning.
Anytime that not put on the spot. Maybe they'll forget our name.
Right, you're hoping I would just keep going.
Sit quiet. They can't find me. No, I really appreciate the continued support of the PTC, and it's great. So many, it's fun because my wife teaches the time, she explains all the time about the things that we do that they don't get. So that's a lot of fun. And then obviously Ashley's husband works there too, so we trust him. But props to our parents and the support that we have from our parents. People are just extremely generous. We have an entire cookie smorgasbord down there. It's just incredible. It's just so awesome. And so we really appreciate the people. And I just sent Abby and Chin a thank you. I mentioned that a while ago about the dance. Dance was great. Two things just for the sake of the meeting. We did have one parent complain about the DJ. I personally, and neither did Mr. Beaumont, or neither did any chaperones hear any inappropriate language. However, I did have one complain about that. And then the third was obviously the kids were a little frustrated. They didn't get their pictures and they're still asking us for them. When are we getting our pictures? When are we getting our pictures? So, yeah, that was just an update about the dance. But overall, I mean, I've been in school for 14 years, 5 different schools. I thought it's one of the best behaved, well-attended dances I've ever seen. My kids were just jumping around and having fun and being kids. And it's really fun to see. They look nice too. I did want to say just openly, obviously we have a lot going on. Okay, but one thing I want to say openly is, with the morning drop-off, some clarification for those who are attending or everybody online. I had 2 parents reach out to me concerned that, as we reach, and I put things in the newsletter, I sent out specific information as well, but, we're really asking parents to make sure they're dropping off at the sidewalk, not on the road, and not on West Hamilton, not on the road between Covington and Woodside, not in the middle of the lot, and dropping at the sidewalk. Every single day, I look at the drop-off and look at the weather, consider buses not running. We have 1 bus not running. That's 80 kids that are now in the drop-off. Yesterday we had 3. The 3 not running. So you're talking about 150 plus kids that now their parents might be in the drop-off line. Plus it's raining, and I can say this because I grew up here, but we have kids here who are very fortunate that when it's raining, a lot of times their parents don't make them stand in the rain and we'll bring them. So those compounding things, and we had there was an accident on Homestead Road. So, yesterday was a no-brainer. Cleared the target warrior. Okay, some kids were arriving 10 minutes after starting class. I think so. We do take the attendance and arriving on time very seriously, but I want to make it clear, and I put this in the December 10th newsletter right up as well, that we take those things into account every single day. And if it comes down to, I'm worried that my kid's going to get tardy, so I'm going to let them out on West Hamilton Road where they have to broader traffic, please just deliver them to the sidewalk and don't worry about the attendance. That is all secondary to your student safety. So please just make sure that we're dropping off. And I'm sure you guys all do. But just in general, saying it out loud, we're driving, and it gets in the notes, and anybody online, please continue to drop the kids off the sidewalk where I know they're going to say. I can go out there and try to use my super citizen powers to tell these adults what to do, but most of the time my parents are going to do what they want to do. I just hope they make the decision to drop their parents here. Plus, we have students in the building here at 7 a.m. that we have to supervise, so it's very difficult for us to be in both places at once. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up in this meeting, clarifying the attendance thing in the morning, and just wanting people to be safe and drop off on the sidewalk. In this meeting, clarifying the attendance thing in the morning, and just wanting people to be safe and drop off on the sidewalk. Choir concert tonight. Super excited about that. It's good. The kids are all ready to go. We've got on Thursday, we've got the admin breakfast that we put out to the staff, and we've got Mr. Silvestro we've been in contact with about providing volunteers and food for our teachers. It's a lot of fun. And they're 6:30 in the morning to sit together and enjoy a little bit of time to be with one another and eat. A lot of times they work all day and don't sit down to eat. So looking forward to serving them on Thursday morning. And again, appreciate the PTC support for helping provide volunteers and items for that meal. Fridays are performing arts convocations, so our orchestras, our bands, and our choirs are performing for all of our students and our entire student body. We encourage kids to dress up that day. It's kind of fun. Dress nice, dress for success, as we tell them. Some kids will, some kids won't. It's fun to see those kids dress up. Teachers all dressed up more. They usually get their jeans on Friday. Some of them have their jeans on Thursday. Teachers all dressed up more. They usually get their jeans on Friday. Some of them have their jeans on Thursday. You don't take away teachers' jeans days. They have their jeans on Thursday so they can dress up on Friday. But that'll be fun. We have a modified schedule on Friday. So in the morning, the first hour and a half, we'll do that convocation. And then they have a Tuesday schedule after that with shorter blocks. So,
Thank you for all those updates.
Oh,
Appreciate it. Okay, and treasurer's report, right?
Yeah, hey, did we approve the minutes?
Oh, we did not. Sorry about that. First time here. Okay, back up to number 1. There was a copy sitting over here of last week or last month's agenda, and those were all the things we discussed, the minutes, everything. Is there
Do we need to read
somebody
them?
speak up for approval? I or something?
I moved to waive the reading of the minutes, because usually you have to read the minutes for people. So if we don't need to read them, then we can go ahead and approve them.
Okay. Approval accepted. Thank you. All right, Brian?
Okay, the treasurer's report. There's not a lot going on in November. So we had interest income of 79 cents. Had the deposit down for the dance of $375. So he technically had a loss for the month of November of $374.21. At the end of November, our checking account had $4,123.72. Savings $5,160.05. So our total cash balance in the bank was $9,283.77. We can go to the budget, profit and loss budget to performance. Not a lot's changed on there from last month, other than everything is so far in line with everything was so far in line with the dance in terms of the costs, since we haven't gotten all the costs yet. Not too concerned. One thing that didn't hit until December that I anticipated receiving early was the Kroger check. We ended up getting our Kroger check, and it was pretty much around $517. So it was a pretty good guess. So we're on par for our Kroger, nothing changing there. Interest income is going to be fine. We're just going to consistently just probably get about, $1 a month in interest so far. Other than that, nothing crazy with expenses that's out of control. In December, we're going to see a lot of things in December. So at our January meeting, there will be a lot of activity. We'll have a really good idea where we are year-to-date budget at that time. I did put in the information that I have, and we are up on the year-to-date budget, mainly because the dance was over $1,200 more in revenue than it was last year. And I only anticipated, a couple grand from that anyway, just because I wanted to be really conservative on the budget. We wanted to be conservative on the approved budget. And so the dance just killed it this year. Now I'm just looking to see where those expenses, they had a budget of $1,700. I'm not sure if they stay within that. Just because I don't have any reimbursements yet. So anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. Nothing crazy. Again, like in December, we have a lot of the teacher grants that are coming through. So you'll see a lot of expenses. And one thing to think about too is if you go back, you're looking at the profit and loss budget to performance. We're showing a July through November of a loss of 22 grand, 541. you have to look at that as an add back of those teacher grants that are in there. Because those teacher grants are ones that were earmarked from previous year. Okay. So those, if you add those back, we're basically just at a loss of $400, but that's just due to timing. We should have, I'm not concerned about the budget at this point, obviously, because then December's gonna look amazing, so. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna backtrack up to the committee updates. One I noticed that we forgot to mention about was teacher appreciation, and Lauren D. Silvestro has just done a phenomenal job. She's been very busy with December, as you guys can imagine. So today, as Mr. Clark mentioned, there's some cookies in the office that she organized. She's also put together a nice gift bag for every single staff member. And so we're gonna be delivering those afterwards, being able to stay and help out with that, if you have the extra minutes. She's also put together or helped out with getting things organized for Mr. Clark's breakfast, pancake breakfast for the teachers, which is this Thursday. And did she help out with the pork meal also? Maybe a little bit, but anyway, it's been a very, very busy time for her, and so we're very grateful for everything that she has done for us and helping get all that organized. Yes, ma'am.
I have the Amazon items that we ordered for teacher grants. And they boxes.
Okay.
You guys want to
Yeah.
order after this too? We can get those.
We can help you out with that for sure. Yeah, so it's like double Christmas.
Yes, exactly. They'll be very excited.
I think that's all that I have on the agenda. Is there anything we left off or anybody want to add to? Anything else to mention?
Oh, did you guys want to talk about how the musical raffles did at all?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, musical raffles, so something we added on this year. We decided to kind of auction off a little gift package for each of the band events and choir events, where you could get seats up at the front and preferential parking spots. And we're hoping that over time, when more knowledge about that grows, that we'll get even more people involved and putting in raffle tickets for donations. And this time, we raised 185, was it? That we were able to split with bands, so they have money coming in for them to spend on these for the classroom as well. And then we can use the rest for PTC. So roughly $90.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, every little bit helps out, so. Yes. I did. I think that a lot of people probably don't know about it, so by him bringing it up, yeah, they're like, oh, I could get front row seats? What? There wasn't. We kind of dropped the ball on that one. By the time we realized it was a little bit too late to get it organized, but we're definitely gonna make sure we do that. If you're gonna have to do that. Good point. Yeah, no, I think we got it all this time. Anything else? Okay, then I will motion to close the meeting.
A second.
Thank you all for coming. And for those of you that are online watching in.
Good one.
What?
All right.